which one of you does the IIconics pose better?
Oh!
Well, it's you.
What up, everyone? SHAK here for Cageside Seats, and you know who these two are. They are the former WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, and dare I say, you won't find a more iconic or perhaps inspirational duo than Cassie Lee, Jessica McKay. How's it going?
Oh, that was fantastic.
That was a great intro.
Yes.
Thank you very much, darling.
Thank you. Candidly, I need a second coffee, and I was just like getting it out to the best of my abilities, but I pulled through, and I appreciate the feedback.
Yeah, nailed it, mate. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about. I'm sure some questions you've heard before, but have got to be asked. Hopefully some new exciting stuff. But before we get to it, obviously people are obsessed with the IIconics pose. But there's one that you did that had me in stitches. And I don't know if this is too much of a deep cut, but there was an episode of Monday Night Raw, I think. You were talking to Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. And it's not the pose that killed me, but it's that walk-off.
Yeah.
It was probably the most athletic thing I've ever seen. Is there a story behind how that one came together?
Oh, God. Well, I'll tell you what, it hurt the old back and neck doing it. But it was funny because I remember that promo, and they needed us to exit. And we were like, well, it's kind of weird if we just walk away.
Yeah, we don't like to do things how everyone else does them. Like, we're not going to just walk off.
We want to stand out. So we just looked at each other and we just said, what if we kind of...
Sometimes, like, even before, we start filming, we're just messing around and laughing and making each other laugh. And, like, Jess will do something and I'll say, let's do that.
Let's just do that.
Yeah, so I feel like that might have been why that came about.
Yeah.
I don't exactly remember.
I think so, too. And see, that's... Our relationship is funny because it's just me doing stuff and then Cassie going, okay, go do that again, because that's funny.
On television, yeah. Well, that's wonderful. It's a very symbiotic relationship, right? So I think the question I got asked the most about when I put up that thread was, where are the inspiration? Where's Cassie? Where's Jessica McKay? And you guys have talked about it before, and this interview is coming out on October 1st, so I think we can open up the conversation a little bit. For those who may not be familiar, can you tell them like why there's maybe been a delay in the in-ring return since the WWE release and all the amazing stuff that you guys are launching now?
Yeah. Well, I mean, can't dance around it. We're not Americans.
We are Australian natives.
Which means we do not have citizenship to this country, which means our eligibility to work here is reliant on a working visa. And because we lost our jobs, we were released, we lost that privilege. And it's been quite a bloody journey to, get back on track.
It has been. But the journey has reached its destination, and the inspiration back in business.
What do we have coming up in terms of, do we have any, I know you talk of a tour as of October 1st. Can we break this down a little bit for people?
We can.
Just for you, darling. I've got some October dates to hit everyone with. Okay.
Let's do it.
Inside scoop with you. Inspiration Tour starts October 2nd. Legends of the Ring, New Jersey. Goes on October 9th. Hazard Fest in Greenville. October 16th. Celeb Fest in Baltimore. Capping off October 21st, High Spots virtual styling in Charlotte,
North Carolina.
And that's just October of the Inspiration Tour. More TBD.
Yes, and we will link everything in the story and the YouTube video. We'll make sure it's out there. Amazing. I think U.S. fans are super thrilled that they're going to be able to find you all over the place now. Any update on long-term pro wrestling home? You get asked all the time. I know no comment is probably coming, but I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask. So.
Yeah, you're a sneaky one.
Yeah, I'd like to think you know what I'm up to. Maybe if I'm up front, I'll get a little bit more.
This is our first rodeo, all right? No, look, we're not going to say anything.
TBD.
What we will say is if you have not pre-saved our new theme music, you can find that
on our link tree.
Which is at Ops. And I feel like that's a prelude to something.
Maybe there's a name drop in there, maybe not. Only way to find out is to stream it, right?
Right, exactly. We're just going to release dates as we see See fit?
For sure.
See fit. Keep the people on their toes, mate. Hooked.
I agree wholeheartedly. So, I do want to touch very briefly on the WWE release, and not so much the actual release itself, but obviously, you know, I think a lot of people can relate, like you said, about losing jobs over the past couple of years. It's something that unfortunately a lot of us have gone through.
Yeah.
And for a lot of WWE superstars, I imagine that experience can be kind of lonely. What's it been like being able to at least go through this together and being able to support one another and sort of game plan a path moving forward?
Yeah, we talk about that. We say we love each other, so this is fine to say. But if one of us was released and the other one wasn't, it would be so much harder. So
it really would be.
We're kind of glad it happened together.
100%. That's the first thing I said to her. I said, I'm so sorry. We were crying on the phone. I said, I'm so sorry this is happening to us, but I'm so glad you got released with me because otherwise it just would have been a nightmare. So, but that's just us. Our journeys have always been together, and we're on to the next chapter of our lives, and we're just so excited to hit the ground running. Yeah, but you said like it's lonely, and it really freaking is for two people who, you know, to lose your job in a pandemic is one thing, and then to not be able to go home and be around your support system and your family and friends and loved ones, like that's a whole other thing. And then to be stuck in a country where you can't work and you can't do anything. We literally only have each other. So it was like, imagine all of that and only one of us was let go. Yeah. It would have been, I didn't want to think about it. Yeah, it would have been even worse than it was. Everything happens for a reason, and we're just so excited for the rest of our lives together.
And, you know, I can't help but imagine. Let me get your insight on this. Like, I know why I'm a fan of you two, and it's because that friendship on screen is so obviously real, and it's authentic, and it comes through. Is that the sense you get when you're interacting with your fans, and why perhaps they click with the IIconics and now the Inspiration so much?
I think so.
Yeah, for sure.
Because people aren't stupid.
Some people are.
Some people.
Some people can tell when something is genuine and relatable. And that's what we have always prided ourselves on, is our chemistry. No one has it. So the fact that we're able to let people into our friendship, and our friendship is something very personal to us, letting people in on that, it's really special. So I definitely think that plays a big part of it.
Are there someone kind of brought this up my way, there's a PW Insider report that you guys were around the NXT locker room. Were there any truths to the rumor that you guys were set to return to NXT before the release?
This is the first I heard of that.
I've never heard of that rumor before.
I actually asked to go back, and it was kind of, no, it was it was being looked into, is what I was told, and then I got released.
Yeah, that's interesting. I never heard that. There was no. Look at you getting the inside scoop.
I mean, it's not mine, and it's apparently not accurate, perhaps. So,
yeah, right. It's not.
I won't take too much credit for that one.
We can make that accurate.
Is there one storyline? I think obviously people were heartbroken when you two were split. Is there one storyline that you had wished was explored more during your time with the WWE, whether that was a face turn or anything that was discussed or at least dreamed of between you two?
Yeah, we would have loved to explore what it would be like to be the good guys. But on top of that, when we kind of came back, we had a little bit of a hiatus, and we came back early 2020. And we were kind of in the championship story. I wish we got to stay in that a bit longer, because that was my favorite era of us.
Yeah, definitely.
I think it was our best combination of who we are as people and as characters, and then the fact that we could still go in championship matches.
Absolutely.
So I would have liked to just
kind of seen that,
taken more time with that.
Yeah, I would have loved to. I mean, and people know now that there was talks of us feuding with the Bellas when we won the championships. I would have loved to do that. I think that would have put us on a whole different level, being able to work with both of those extraordinary women. So that's always something that is bittersweet that it never happened. Yeah. But just the thought that was a possibility is still really cool. Yeah. So that's great for me.
if I may selfishly, Inspiration Lay Cool. I think that's the one that is that would be my dream scenario.
Absolutely.
Yeah. They were always up there, but
hell yeah.
I think that'll stay a fantasy, unfortunately.
I know.
Well, who knows? Pro wrestling has been a wild ride these last couple of years.
That's true.
Whoever really knows what's going to happen at this point.
Unpredictable.
As we wrap up here, guys, I see we're at the 10-minute mark. I wanted to leave on this note because we talked a lot about the past, but I want to talk about the present a little bit. I want to do a little best friend quiz with you two. So I'm going to pose the question, and you're going to answer for one another.
Okay.
Oh,
So here are the white. So let's go Cassie first. Yes. God forbid, if your wifey's going through a breakup here, what's her perfect post-breakup day? Ice cream, movies, etc.
Yeah, that's exactly what it'd be. I'd come over, we'd watch movies, and I would bring ice cream and donuts. Okay. And we'd probably...
What kind of ice cream? What movie?
Yep. Well, I know movie. Here we go. I want to say like Bridget Jones's Diary.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Breakup movie.
Yeah. And then ice cream. Maybe just donuts.
She knows I would choose donuts over ice cream. Yeah. That's why she's trying to get donuts in there.
Yeah.
All right, let's turn the question, Jessica.
No. Oh, for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would bring her flowers. Because she loves getting flowers. And I would write her a really nice card because she loves getting letters. And then we'd watch The Notebook.
That would be the worst.
I know. But we gotta end it on love will prevail. And then for food, I would bring over cheesecake, salted caramel from Cheesecake Factory.
Good answers both ways, guys. I could tell from the reaction. Let's touch on this, the wrestling fans. Who is your bestie's dream wrestling opponent?
Just singular.
We could do singular and tag if time permits.
Well, I would say Bella Twins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one seemed like we already went there.
Oh, yeah.
Single?
Singular. Huh.
Bella Twin.
Well, it wouldn't be a...
Oh, wait, so it would be The Rock.
Yeah.
She would wrestle The Rock.
I would. That's my good match.
And Jessica?
Well, I want to say Eddie. Bless his heart.
Imagine.
Very cool.
Yeah. They're just the people that influenced our lives,
100%.
Essentially. So, yeah.
Even just a training session.
Just to roll around.
Yeah. Pick his brain.
I say this humble bragging to the million, but it wouldn't be the first time I've gotten a clip retweeted by The Rock. So let's
hell yeah.
Let's make it. You guys help me. We'll get there.
Hey, me and Dwayne are friends.
Yes, perfect.
Give us a retweet, Dwayne.
All right, last one, and this one I hope I don't break up the duo before the tour kicks off.
I already know it.
Which one of you does the IIconics pose better?
Oh,
that's you. Define better. That's subjective.
Well, it's subjective, but better in your mind.
Hit it harder, or
okay, hit it harder.
Jess.
Okay, I'm gonna say I hit it harder, but Cass does it better with a smile. I can't do it with a smile.
Well, I do it with a smile. You do it very sternly.
Yeah. So
I'm very excited to be there,
and I'm business.
Yeah.
So it's best of both worlds.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's such a healthy relationship. Yeah. You guys can kind of stand up for yourselves, but also bring up the other person with you. Hey, before I let you guys officially, I know you've got the tour, podcast, song coming out. Can you just let everyone know where they can find everything great about Cassie and Jessica?
Yes, you can find us on the socials at Cassie Lee,
at Jessica McKay,
at Off Her Chops.
And then we have a link tree, pre-save, and then podcast as well. All the links in bio.
Wonderful. Guys, if you like the video, please hit subscribe, thumbs up, notification bell, all that jazz. Jessica, Cassie, I could tell from that Q&A today that fans are so eager and excited to see you back. That makes me even more excited to see you two back. Everything's sorted out. Upwards and onwards. Congratulations.
Upwards and onwards. Love that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time.